That's it. I'm done. The next time I open TikTok and come face to face with a kid that posts and talks about MK4 Supra being his dream car, I'm finding his address, hiring federal agents, and in his house. Like, bro, how clueless could you be over cars? You are dreaming over a car, thinking that when you buy it, it will gap 99% of traffic in the streets, but that's just not the case. After having plenty of conversations with guys that actually own these cars and a lot of research, I came to a conclusion, and that's why today I will break down 6 of the worst dream cars a guy could own and analyze why you should avoid each one of them. So, starting off hot with the most glazed car in history, the MK4 Supra. Most people that dream of this car are either under 15 or have zero car knowledge. They think it comes out of the factory with 1,000 horsepower and a crazy alien-looking body kit. Wake the f*** up. Stock it pushes 320 horsepower, and in most cases 220 horsepower without turbo, and weights 10 times the size of your fat Uncle Jim. Don't get me wrong, 320 horsepower is pretty quick, but you ain't gapping shit. At the $50,000 to $70,000 price range of a clean one, you could have cars like Mercedes A45 or an RS3, which would absolutely gap the shit out of it. And the ones you see on TikTok, those are over 1,000 horsepower and cost over $200,000, and I won't even talk about what happens if something breaks. And trust me, something will break. So unless you have $200,000 to burn, you are better off keeping your little dirty fingers away from this car. What you are truly buying is a shit interior with no spare parts and a marketing dream a movie sold you. If you truly want that engine so much, just go buy a Lexus SC300 or IS300, and thank me later, it offers the exact same engine with the Supra but with a better interior quality and 10 times cheaper. Since we're already bullying the JDM community, let's keep the momentum going with the Mazda RX-7FD. It's gorgeous. It sounds like a swarm of angry bees, and everyone thinks they want a rotary engine until they actually have to live with one. Listen closely, I am a big rotor head, and I have also considered buying an FD. So what I am about to tell will hurt me like a knife in the heart. The true ownership of this car is not this. This is just 10% of the picture, and this is the other 90%. The car has a startup problem, which means if you start it, move it 5 feet, and then turn it off again, the engine will flood and won't start again. But the most common complaint is the temperature problem. The engine is designed to run to 9,000 RPM with a sequential twin-turbo setup that creates so much heat it can literally cook the plastic connectors and hoses. I almost forgot the apex seal. What is this? The reason your car will need a full engine rebuild. That's $5,000 minimum just to get back to zero. Think about the logic. You are paying $50,000 for a 30-year-old car that costs a fortune to make power, has the fuel consumption of 2 V8 together, plus it burns oil by design and will eventually explode. You must be a masochist or just dumb to get it. What you're actually buying is a permanent state of high cortisol, an empty bank account, and a girlfriend who's convinced you're cheating on her because you spend every night at your mechanic's house. Just stay away. Let's leave the JDM cars for now and cross the ocean to my favorite ones, the Euro guys. The imposter couldn't be other than the BMW E46 M3. Every Bimmer owner will tell you this is the purest driving experience ever created. Bro, the only pure experience you're getting is pure financial ruin. You buy one of these for $50,000 thinking you're gonna be carving canyons, but you actually spend all your time on forums trying to figure out why your Vano system sounds like a blender full of rock. When you find an answer, you learn that you need 4K to fix it, and this is where you start questioning your life choices. And don't even get me started on the rear subframe. Every time you hit a pothole a little too hard, the literal floor of your car rips in half. If you bought one with the SMG transmission instead of the manual, good luck. That transmission feels like an 18-year-old learning stick is shifting for you. Fully clunky and slow. Do you hear that? It sounds aggressive and loud. It is for sure a ship Hellcat. Okay, I'm kidding. A little bit. The Dodge Hellcat is the pride of Mopar boys. The ultimate dream for dudes who think going in a straight line is the peak of human achievement. I'm not gonna lie, the supercharger whine sound is cool, but that's where the coolness ends. When Dodge was designing this car, they must have said, turning is overrated anyway, so let's make it heavy. They literally made it weigh 4,500 pounds, the same weight as a hippo. If your dream car is a Hellcat, you are basically dreaming of paying 29% APR for a car that handles like a refrigerator on wheels. Not to mention, if you actually buy one of these, you have to sleep with one eye open because it will get stolen within 45 minutes of you parking it. This one's a bit more controversial, and I honestly debated whether I should even include it. But then I realized the video would have been under 6 minutes. So let's talk about the big league, supercars. And I mean every supercar you can think of. Lambos, Ferraris, McLarens, all of them. I call them the default I'm rich dream cars. Owning one probably feels like the ultimate dopamine hit at first, but over time, it slowly turns into a headache. Every single time you stop for gas, and trust me, that'll happen a lot, you get asked the same 3 questions. What do you do for a living? How fast does it go? And can you rev it? Now, as a car guy, I wouldn't really mind answering those all the time. But for the average person, it is a hard path. You think you're gonna look like Bruce Wayne pulling up to the club, but in reality, you just look like a giant wallet. You spent $500,000 for the performance? Think again. There's a 1-inch speed bump ahead, and you have to do a 15-point turn just to avoid destroying a $15,000 carbon fiber front lip. And the cherry on top, the maintenance. Oh, you need an oil change? That'll be $3,000, and the mechanic has to remove the entire engine just to do it. Don't even get me started on tires and brakes. After all this, I'm pretty sure you're starting to rethink buying that $40,000 Civic you found on Marketplace. And finally, we have to talk about the Nissan Skyline GTR R34. The Skyline tax on this car is basically a crime. I love Godzilla just as much as I love Paul Walker, but people are paying $250,000 for a car that, let's be honest, looks like a slightly angry Nissan Altima to 99% of the population. But the real deal breaker? The car only came in right-hand drive. If you ever find a listing claiming factory LHD, it's fake. I don't know why, but apparently Nissan decided the rest of the world wasn't worthy enough to drive this thing. And sure, the ATISA system is brilliant, right up until it breaks. Then you realize there are only 5 guys in the entire country who can fix it without charging you one of your kidneys. Take your $250,000 and go buy a house or something, I don't know. Or at least get a R35, which is better in every way. Look, I'm not saying you can't have a dream car, but you need to understand that every car has flaws. There's no such thing as a blessed, unbreakable car. And buying one of these things without knowing the truth, just because TikTok told you it's the greatest machine ever made, is a massive setup for disappointment. Almost every owner of the cars I talked about says the same thing. They're amazing cars when they actually work. So honestly, just appreciate the shitbox you have right now and learn some actual car knowledge. Drop a like if your dream car got roasted, because mine definitely did. The Mazda RX-7. And leave a comment telling me what yours is.